Hi, Sandy from sandyempowers, day 2 of the Your True Power Challenge, Visibility Challenge. And I'm wondering whether you've taken the first step in your life to become more visible. And if not, what's holding you back? It can be childhood conditioning. For me, I was brought up in a place where children were seen and not heard, preferably not seen. So perhaps that has impacted you directly or indirectly, or even at school, where you're told to sit down and be quiet. So quite often we're not encouraged to be seen or to speak up. Sometimes it can be a fear, and it may be a fear of being criticized or of being judged. And that can be very real. And it can also be based on your upbringing or your inherited trauma. And by that, I mean your inherited memory from what's been passed down through the generations. It's like part of you and your lineage, if you like. And I wanted to share a quick story. Some of you may know that I have danced Argentine tango as a professional and also teaching it. And at one point I was going to do a performance, and when I was practicing with a partner in a studio, and there was only the two of us and the video camera set up on a tripod. And yet I got so nervous just with that video tripod and being recorded. And that was prior to the days of Facebook Live or anything like that. This was the old-fashioned version where we were just doing it for ourselves so we could see what it looks like so we could improve. I ended up having timeline therapy, which is part of NLP, and it turned out that my fear of being seen in that instance went back 5 generations to where there was a tiger hiding in the bushes watching. So when you think about it, fears quite often go back to survival. It's not feeling safe, because if you're seen, if you're visible, you're an easy target, whether it's for an animal or for an opposing group of people, or even one person. Perhaps it was one person in your own life, in this life, or perhaps it was inherited memory. So rather than being hard on yourself, when you're aware of something that causes you discomfort, that's the first step to letting it go. If you're one of these people that have been judged and doesn't want to be judged again, the important thing to know is that they are really judging themselves. It's got nothing to do with you. If it resonates with you, that means there may be a trauma that's still resident in your body that needs to be looked at. But otherwise, just let it go. It's how much they judge themselves, and they're just projecting it onto you. So I encourage you to take the first step to being more visible. Enjoy the challenge. Even if you don't end up doing a Facebook Live, I hope that you learned something from listening to me, and that you take one step, one tiny step, to make yourself more visible so you can share yourself with the world, because you are a unique being, and somebody, at least one person, but maybe many people, will benefit from you coming out of hiding and being seen. Thank you for listening.